Little over a year ago, we spawned into this world, right in this spot, which didn't quite look like this. No, over the past year, we spent some time upgrading areas, building pretty lived-in areas, and building a variety of farming areas, like this one where we produce all the food we'll ever need, or this one where we produce a bunch of different blocks in different colors. We even went ahead and built ourselves a little floating industry around an ocean monument in the middle of the ocean. But after living, building, and exploring in this world, I think it's time we invite over a friend to just show them around at exactly what we've been up to. So that's what we're going to do. So grab yourself a drink, a snack, and sit back as me and Throlash explore the world that I've built over the past year. So, Throlash, welcome to my longest living world, my create adventure world. Fellow steampunker.
Okay.
I see.
But for real though, I don't know what it is about this mod pack, but I'm the same way. Like, I've never been able to keep a world, and then I downloaded Beardstone's mod pack, and it's been over a year. So
exactly that thing, because usually a world's like a month, 2 months. I'm like, I'm bored.
Right.
And this just started, and it never stopped, and it's been one of my favorite worlds. And the only thing I did change from the original Beardstone pack is I'm not playing in super large biomes, and I'm using Terralif for terrain generation just to spice it up.
So that explains the gray tree over there.
That explains the gray tree and all the mud on the floor. I did not go crazy and do all this. No.
See, I that's way too much, just individual placement. I was like, this guy's crazy, but I'm glad that you're just a little crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Like terrain generation like this is full-time YouTuber terrain generation. This is not a full-time person. We don't do this. We plonk.
That's so true.
I did this. This is,
and it looks great.
My extent. Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, we're just going to go around. We're going to explore the different industries I made in, let's call it chronological order. So we'll go to where I started my main base area, and you'll also see along the way I did it according to almost themes, like the farming area will have all the farming bits, and no, we can't take the boat. We can't take the boat. No.
Okay.
No, I wanted to, but that's my boat. So this boat actually tours right around the entire server, and it's not a new ship. This is the ship I actually built on Zetacraft, on the last season of Zetacraft that I took part in, and I just felt like it never lived up to its full potential, and it had to be part of something better and bigger, and it's
I gotta be honest, I remember watching the video where you essentially brought this over. That Zetacraft, the whole floating islands thing, really cool.
I want to
such a neat idea.
I want to do that again, just building in a void world. It was very challenging, but so much fun.
I can imagine, especially without a jetpack. Like,
yeah, there was no jetpack, and there was also no early game elytras, and with no tunnel system, mobs were a problem all the time.
I'm sure.
But yeah, so let's head on over to the first area. So for convenience sake, I did do little warp plates. So this will take us to the very first area I did.
I think I just brought a blue jay with me, so... Oh, no, we're good. Never mind.
No, you're good. So this is actually my early game base. So I've got a reputation for doing starter builds in the weirdest of areas. Again, the previous Zetacraft season, I just moved into Amethyst Geode, and that's what I called home for the longest time ever. And this season with Terralift, you have these little boulders generating.
Oh, sure.
And I was just like, yeah, well, I'm living in that boulder, and that's what I did.
It's the most creative thing. So as someone who just built a hobbit hole as their starter base, like, I can get behind it real hard,
It's about that synergy, like combining what you find in the actual world and just making it work. It's also the same reason why I don't usually flatten areas.
Yeah.
Like, I think you have to work with what you get.
Correct. Yeah. I see. And I used to be that guy. I was like, I'm just going to flatten everything. And it's so much. Look at how beautiful this is.
It just flows better. It needs a bit of trees though, but
a little cherry blossom up top is so pretty.
Yeah. We'll show that. That's the first ever, I think, big farm I did is up there. But yeah, so these builds I didn't do in any chronological order, or we're not going to see them in chronological order. For now, we're just going to walk through, and the idea was just to create everything that you will need in the start of a world in this area. So we're talking dirt farms, we're talking basic food farms, iron farms, and stuff like that. So
Sure.
like these little buildings, like this one is my dirt farm. So what we do is we just place down the coarse dirt and then plow it and turn it into normal dirt. But for some reason I did something in the ModPack and it's not working now, but my plows don't plow anymore.
Uh-oh.
So the beauty of this farm is the fact that it doesn't work anymore.
It's legacy. It's legacy.
Yeah, and I've got enough dirt, so I was just like, well, not gonna fix it.
It's a fix when you need to sort of situation.
Exactly that. So for now, it's just gonna stay the way it is. But again, in this area, I wanted to do buildings, but also have the farms integrate into the landscape, but in like these open industrial structures in some places. So that's what we got going over here with its little dirt farm that turns extra dirt into coarse dirt, which recycles, and all the extras then head on over to the next farm. I lost you.
Oh, I went up. Sorry, I didn't. I flew up here. My bad. I should tell you when I'm flying around.
So, but this is also one of the most laggiest areas, because if we go in here, I have not changed anything. So I recently brought steam engines into this area. So
oh boy, okay. Oh wow, all right. Yeah, I can see where the lag is.
Yeah, so the lag is in here, so don't try and do anything too dramatic in this area because it will break. So
oh man.
So this is the basic cobble gen. I've got so many cobble gens in this world because I just couldn't be bothered to transport cobblestone when a cobble generates so easy. So we've got all the gravel running
for sure,
and just doing its magic.
Oh, there goes the boat.
Oh, there it goes over. Yeah, so it goes to the top. The station's supposed to be up there. I haven't built it yet.
No worries.
I just feel if the hermits can leave the back of bases empty, I can skip a few things.
Yeah, for real.
So then extra dirt and stuff then just makes its way over, and this is one of the first, I'm sure it's not the first mud farm design, but it's the first one where I didn't follow a tutorial. And I just placed it down, I just built something, and it came out looking nice and compact, let's put it that way. I've built farms in the past, but this is the first compact one. So we have our automatic mud farm and also the packed mud, which we make from supplies that coming in from the basic crop farm. And it looks like we're taking them from those little silos over there. So we've got the straw coming in from those. So it's all, for me, it was all about functionality and having the builds talk to each other as well.
Sure.
But that's mainly because I design buildings in real life. So for me, that functionality and having purpose is really important from time to time.
Quick, before we move on, this is the best windmill design I think I've ever seen.
Well, I appreciate it, and it's one of my favorites. It's actually based on my first ever Create season, which, by the way, not a lot of people have seen, but I did, long before, a year before this one, and I did something similar, just a bit grander in that series, and I just think it's different from what people usually do.
Yeah, man, mine's usually just whatever I can put up the middle with a couple things on it. Yeah. Like, this actually had thought put into it. It looks great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, dude.
I love it. It's one of my favorites, and I had to do some form of windmill that's a bit different for this area. Then
Sure.
So this build is just basically our basic food farm. Over here, it was all still about making it yourself.
Whoa.
So cooking and everything, all of this is still manual. We have a little farm down here, which was just two basic little farms, rotating, going in circles, gathering crops. But then,
oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
Automate. So this was just to, like I mentioned, it's just to get the whole world started, to get the basic resources so I can start the bigger build.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. So, and it took me forever because I was really... I wanted the rich soil, so it took forever to get everything onto rich soil just so it grows a bit faster. I looted...
It takes so long!
I know, and I looted so many villages. Famine has struck the rest of the Minecraft world because I needed their rich soil. So yeah, so nothing too intense happening down here. It's just the basic. But
So honestly, one of my favorite things is right here. There's so many people that don't realize you can dye belts,
I forget.
and for real. Like there's so many parts where I'm like, it's not worth it, and then you make gigantic spaghetti monsters, and you're like, oh shoot.
Exactly, and that's the thing. You'll see, I dyed this one, and I think I dyed the one in the mud farm, and I didn't do it ever again. It's just never ever happened again. So
Yeah, but you did it here, and that's what's important.
That's what counts. That just shows I do know. So yeah, so this was just my manual little food farm, and all the mob drops came here in the end. Oh, that's fire. That burned. So, yeah.
Ouchies, my toots.
My toots. But so so basically, the idea was here not to fully automate, but just how do I give
Oh, it's because the thing. Okay, yeah.
how do I give permissions to those?
That's all right. I was raised in a barn, so that I actually can't close the door. That's what it is.
Is that the saying? We usually let me see if I can do this. We usually say were you born in a cave, but it sounds a lot more impressive in like my mother tongue, so
Oh,
okay, now you should be able to open most of the stuff here. Let me just sleep.
There we go. I did it.
Yeah,
Whew.
you did a thing.
I did the thing.
You know how many times I've slept on this path and I need to repath it?
That's so funny. I'm literally making paths right now in my world, and I'm just like, nope, don't sleep. Okay, over here.
You know the struggle. And
Oh, absolutely.
so this is the miner. This is what I just used to tunnel mine everything. I know because I didn't have vein miner on here for the longest of time. I only recently put it in. But
Oh, it's such a game changer.
This is actually my own design, and this very miner is. I have to say, I owe most of my Minecraft or my YouTube channel to this miner. It's by far my most popular tutorial, and I will cherish it forever.
That's awesome, dude.
Hugs.
All right, I'll give it a snuggle. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. So I think let's first head on up to the upstairs, and then we'll do the rest of the tour down here. So I'm just going to call the elevator. So basically we just have an elevator. It goes down 2 levels to the normal stone level for all the bits you need down there, and it goes down all the way to deep slate for the deep slatey bits. And then
very cool.
If we go up, it just does the general mountain top, which I thought was just the perfect spot because it was relatively flat for a tree farm.
Okay, yep.
So the tree farm happens there, but there's a big story. So I did this whole like elevator, mine elevator
so
thing,
cool.
and I was just building it, and I did not pay attention. And after I finished the episode and uploaded it, someone's like, "We need to fix that a bit because it looks too much like Beardy's," and I'm like, "Oh, I don't want that. I really don't want that because that's not who I am." And then I changed it to look like the mine shaft elevators that we actually get right here in South Africa, and it turned out better in my opinion because it's something that's true to me and around where I live.
Well, it looks so freaking cool, dude.
Oh, thank you so much, buddy.
Yeah, man.
I love this area. Well, okay, so this is the station for the ship.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yep, I can tell with the dirt.
It's the best one ever. I was busy getting everything ready for the world tour, and as I started building this, I'm like, yeah, no. And I was just like, no. Sometimes we need to leave certain things. People need to see I still work in this world. So
right, yeah, it's called a loving work in progress. Yep,
exactly. You can see the backlash when the world tour world download goes up, and that's still there. So. So this is my tree farm. On the left, on this little warehouse, we just have general storage of all the different items. I built this farm. I turned it on. It ran for like 2 days while I was decorating everything, and I've never used it again, the whole farm. Just because it's such a monster and it gets so many items in, I just never had the urge to boot it up again.
One of the greatest things about Create is you can have unlimited anything so easily. Exactly. And then when you're playing in a single player world, it's like, I'm good now.
Yeah, and then you turn it off and you never come back.
Right.
And then on this side, I just had like the processing to strip the blocks because that's the one thing I hate to do is stripping the blocks. I honestly don't like it.
Yeah.
Not even vanilla. Not even in Create. I don't like it. So it's just a simple stripper, and it just strips everything. And then that's basically it for the processing of it. I didn't go ahead and make like a factory that makes all my stairs and all of those things because it just unnecessarily clutters your inventory. So,
Dude, this place is huge. This is so cool.
yeah, it's pretty big. So if we run down here, and this is one of my favorite decorations. These are just the framed large buttons, and it just looks like a ring of wood.
Wait, what? Oh, that's so cool.
I love these. They are so cool. And even like the smaller logs and stuff.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
framed.
these slab edges are so So I'm on the second perfect world and it's got Copycats Plus and I miss frames so much.
Someone actually recommended I rather go to Copycats Plus than frames, so
it works great. Yeah, it works great because you can just like blast it in with schematic cannons and it will actually take the block that's inside of it. But there's so many things that are missing, but I don't know. And it's not as laggy.
Okay, well, see, that's going to be a bonus for me as well, the not so laggy part.
Yeah.
But I'm going to miss it. I will miss it. But I understand also, like, I think it spoiled me a lot in regards to the shapes you can make with it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So these are just basic rotational tree farms. I wanted to do a variety of tree farms. So these are just like your basic rotations. So they just constantly go, but they all work on switches. So as soon as storage is full, they just turn off. So that's why they're all standing halfway like this. These I turn off because these are lag monsters. Like because we have fast leaf decay, and that's actually the lag is the fast leaf decay. It really, like, it stutters. I think we tested that. I dropped down other day. I dropped down to almost 15 frames.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it's bad. So they run, I think, on gantries. Yeah, gantry systems. So we've got one over there and a mangrove over here. Again, not a farm I would love to build real soon as a mangrove one, just because the propagoules, yeah. Gills? I don't know.
Propagule?
Propagoules?
Little propagule.
Exactly. They're such a pain, and you run out of them so quick, even if you have like
quickly.
a full farm. So, not loving that.
So there's little propagule farms that you can do, and I don't want to have to. The problem is mangrove is beautiful. Like it's such a gorgeous red, but like I don't want to have to build a sapling farm from a tree farm.
Exactly. And not just that, but this is also the worst tree to farm in vanilla.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I can't. I just don't like.
You need an army of allays just to help you out, you know?
Exactly that. So Create does make it a lot better. That for sure. I will give it that. Yeah, so and this is basically the tree farm. There's not a lot happening. There's a lot happening, but I mean decoration's pretty standard, yeah, and I think this was the first biggest farm in this area. Like
for what it's worth, I think it's gorgeous.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the whole bricks. I just love the color palette, and yeah.
My favorite part is absolutely that train station, though. I just like it.
I have to admit, I think it's my favorite as well. It's a 3-star, chef's kiss.
You can tell it's built with love.
Even the bird loves it.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah,
see? It works perfectly. You just need to find
that kangaroo has.
Yeah,
just to get up and down.
Yeah, that's it. And then we can always ride this down, or we can just fall down the cliff. Which, honestly, either
no, I'm afraid of heights, so you know.
Well, don't look out the glass now.
Okay. La, 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 la.
So, yeah, this was built later on, and then this build over here is my workshop, which I love. I designed it so that I can live in the top story, I can live in the middle floor, and I've got farms in the basement. And again, also just lifted up a little platform overlooking this. Well, it used to overlook just the river, and before I filled up the whole area. And well, you can have a look inside, but basically it's just filled with storage and all the different starter contraptions. So not a lot happening. Storage.
Dude, it's beautiful.
I love it. For the longest of time, it was the best thing ever. And I like how it had its little bridge. Sorry, words. And the bedroom area is on its own little separate wing, which I feel is just perfect. And the way I love my bedrooms, minimalistic.
Fair.
I can't remember what those two are for.
Well, see, this one's a poppy.
I know what they are.
And oh, gotcha. Okay.
I can't remember why I put them there. So
Probably a very important reason, I would imagine.
I'm sure there's one very important reason for it. What it is, I won't be able to tell you right this minute. And then
I think Bill's my favorite part of this whole build.
but there's
over here.
both. Here's Ben.
Oh, Ben and Bill. Okay, all right.
Bill and Ben, the flower pot men. One of the viewers suggested it. I'm like, that's perfect. I'm like, why did I not think of that? So
Oh, genius.
you got the wasteland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's important. And then this is what I meant. I could have flattened all of this out, but just having these levels just make the whole area so much better.
Yeah.
Which again, this is where I just get all my iron supply. I don't even think this thing will never fill up. I believe. I don't know.
Now, this build, I remember for sure. I remember watching this episode. Absolutely.
And this was my first time just trying. I saw videos of how it works and what I had to do, and then I just did it. And I think the first time I did it, it like worked too fast, the whole mill thing. So I had to up the amount of cobble gens, and then it didn't work fast enough, and it was such a headache. But that's how I started. So I'd played Create before, and I just did things, and this time I really put some time into figuring out how it all works and why it should work and all of those type of things.
Sure.
Which I think we're all doing when we play Create the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. I just kind of like, I call it flying by the seat of my pants.
Yeah, exactly.
You just, you figure it out until you're stumped.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and I've learned from so many people, like, for example, there's extra cookers for the clay balls to bricks underneath the belts. So I did not know you can cook stuff or wash stuff from underneath the belt.
Yeah.
And that I learned from another creator called Tyra Law. And I was like, oh, well, okay, I'm going to have to do that. It's so clever. And so I've got a lot of inspiration on how things work from different people. And I'll always be grateful to those people.
Right, and that's the thing about this community is just people are so, into helping as well as like it's just so wonderful. It's just the Minecraft community is insane.
It's an amazing community, and I think there's a lot of respect as well. As long as you give credit where credit is due, you will have the support of people, and that's what I love about the community.
Hey, you broke your path again.
Yeah, I know. I saw I was going to break that one, so I was just like, okay. And then. That's just a basic mob farm. In this, when I was building this, I had the longest of build montages because mine actually in the start created blaze rods as well. So
sure.
I had a few blaze spawners in there, and they kept on killing me while I was trying to build this, and
They're such a pain.
I never want to come back to this farm again. That's honestly... Well, I ended up going in and removing the blaze spawners, and that took just as long.
I just... Credit where credit is due, by the way. I'm sealing this idea for these tanks. This is awesome.
But I just need to fix it so this one also does the XP, because, I mean, that looks so cool with the green in it.
Oh my gosh, dude. It's such a simple and awesome idea.
I never connected on the inside. But yeah, no, by all means, go for it. It's like I said, everything in this game has been done. It's how you take it and make it your own that makes it different. And
it's like music, there's only so many good melodies that work together.
exactly that. In the mountain, there's nothing, just a bunch of cobble gens. So we're going to skip over that. Seen one, seen them all. I'll show you a pretty cobble gen later.
Okay.
But then this way, then I branched out over this area, and for a long time in the beginning of this series, I had a supporter tunnel, which every week I would pick supporters, but it just went on, and at a stage it just got way too intense because it was only the people that commented. So later on, I also reached a point where nobody knew was commenting, or they were far and few. So yeah, it goes quite a while, and then it just stopped.
You're not kidding, dude. This is huge.
Stopped right about... Oh, wow. It stopped near the end, yeah. I think that's the thing that dawns on me, is the whole fact that, oh, wow, where are we going after this?
Yeah, right.
So I was just like, nope. So I was like, no, this is enough. But again, every single one of these supporters I appreciate so much. And it also took time because everybody's a netherite block or ancient debris block.
Sure, yeah.
So I do.
Yeah, that's...
That takes time on its own. Luckily, I had the miner, but again, appreciate every single one of the supporters. I mean, all of this, none of this would be possible without them.
Right, and I don't think supporters generally, like, you know, you give them a shout out at the end of the video, you do this, you do that, and it's just like, it's never enough, right?
No, I don't think you can ever say how much you appreciate them in words. It's
right. It's so difficult. Like, I want to tell these people, like, oh my God, I love you so much, but I don't want to be creepy about it, you know?
Exactly that. Okay, so I just... Okay, Sandy said she won't be able to join, so okay, that's fine. This was the very first train I built, and it was meant to be like a construction train, and the reason why I built it is because I had plans to build a new industrial area that we'll get to. So this is a train that I load up with stuff to go to that area, and I used it once or twice to drive there, and then it retired. It came to the station.
Yeah, once you get a jetpack, you know,
it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
So it retired and it never moved again. So
it's so cute, though.
I do like it. I do like it a lot. I think it was my first train, but I think for the next one we're going to first head to the Nether before we discuss the last build over here. Okay, the train went, so we can go.
All right.
It's quite risky. So we needed lava for blaze cakes and for all the goods in this area. Oh, you picked up
I got some
trash. Gold. So automatically, because this lava pit's big enough, it's seen as a infinite lava source, and
sure,
that's where we got all the lava from. So I just constantly pumped out of this, and we just have this little nether part of it that just gets all the lava into tanks. We've got a train that comes in, it fills up, and it goes to the different areas. So this lava farm helps us make blaze cakes. It produces the steam engine in the Mesa biome, and also again, it's just one of my favorite builds, I have to say, because I did a Nether only series.
And, sure, okay.
And this just brought back so many memories, building in the Nether again, fearing what's going to get destroyed, and yeah.
Gas, sir. Such a problem.
Such a pain.
I'm gonna hit this button.
Yeah, hit this one because you might use that to go back. Yeah.
This is so cool. Using pipes as decoration and tanks as decoration is just high up there on the list.
It's just that thing we can go ahead and hide all the pipes, but then what do you place against the wall? What do you do? Because without them, this would just be an empty build. Granted, it's still not full of stuff, and that's where people like you come in, and where I need to learn more is the whole functional clutter thing, because I can do it and it looks cluttered. Like, this is my extent of my cluttering ability.
Oh yeah, looks great.
But I need more. I need to be able to... Some people can put down a redstone link or a repeater and it looks good, where I am still terrified of doing that.
Well, here's the thing. Have you ever been like 9 years old?
Well, I hope I was 9 years old way back.
Okay, cool. Was your room like spotless all the time?
No.
Yeah, so just do that, but out here. Like,
just chuck everything out on the floor and there we go.
Pretend you're a kid and just throw your stuff on the ground, you know?
That is the best advice. I'm going to try that. I'm going to just throw all my backpacks around and whatever falls out, falls out. I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I can get behind that.
Pretend you have a bundle and just bleh.
By the train. Okay.
See, I went and saw Beardy's World a while ago, and he ran me over with a train.
I think I actually saw that.
Man's ruthless.
He is, but he is such an awesome person. I mean, there's not
he's an incredible
gratitude I can show for him for creating this pack, because I was busy building a pack for my own create world because I was going to get back into it, and I started googling create mod packs to get input from creators, and his very first episode popped up, and I was well, this was sent. Now I don't have to create the pack myself. I can just build on that, and
it's the perfect world.
Exactly,
he's not kidding.
He is not kidding. It's the perfect world, and I owe him so much for, not just for doing the pack and everything. I mean, I appreciate it so much. So yeah, so this is my little lava farm. I wanted to do more, but never got around. It's another thing.
Well, it's way more than I have the guts to do because I refuse to spend more than 5 minutes in the Nether.
Oh, this isn't good.
Ooh.
Okay, this shouldn't be happening. Okay, we need to take this out. Okay, and then I think we need to... I need to get a torch in my offhand. I've got a lantern. Okay,
There we go.
I can give you a lantern as well.
Oh, sure. Here, let me back up just a little bit. Okay.
I think there should be... Oh, up here maybe? I don't know.
Dio just became my bodyguard, by the way,
Yeah,
everyone.
because you have nothing. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's go over here. And then I think we should just dig up.
Sure.
Yeah, there we go. This is some water.
Get in the water. There we go. Uh-oh.
Okay, can you still see me? Okay.
Yeah.
I
There we
hope
go.
Like, this was all planned.
Oh, I see torches.
Oh, did you see torches?
Yeah, here, come here.
Okay, I'm going back down. Oh,
Right here.
oh, I know where we are. Okay, we can just go this way.
All right, cool.
Oh, there's a zombie with a backpack somewhere. Some nice tunes. Yeah, so now you get to see the pod where I just come and collect whatever I need. This is the mines.
This is so much granite. Oh my goodness.
But that's all the part of the Terralift pack, and like the amount of granite. But even look at all the andesite. Where in your
know, that's
life?
nuts.
So I think that kind of made it a bit easier for me because I didn't have to go find andesite pockets. I lived in a biome that had it in abundance.
Oh, sure. Mhm.
So that kind of make it a bit easier, I think.
Yeah, when I first did the whole create world, I was like, dude, getting andesite is the worst thing in the world. And then I found vein miner.
Oh, that's the best thing ever.
It's the best.
I recently installed it to get rid of the dirt under my tracks
Fair. Yeah.
because it was just too much. Okay, so we're going to be back all the way at the mine. We only have... What's going on? I couldn't go out there.
There we go. We made it. Whew.
That was the most difficult part about this whole tour, getting out of the elevator. Okay.
All right.
So
I am flying
we did
back
the
over
train.
to your little train.
Okay, I'm right behind you. Yeah.
Cool.
So then, basically not a lot happened. I did a little build over there where I just make tracks, but it's not a very detailed, like, automation type thing.
Sure.
It's literally just put in the stuff, get it done. And the same with this. This is, again, if we look from the bridges side, it's just my little steam engine where I get everything from, and this just generates the
Right.
steam, which
Yeah, I remember this build too, for sure. That was a great episode.
Yeah, because I'm just slowly getting rid of all the water wheels because the lag was just too insane.
What are you talking about? You don't know clutter. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is great.
But I do this. I do a little bit of clutter in the corners where I take it to your first create world where you did the sawmill. That whole
yeah.
world on the inside was clutter, but it was beautiful. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It was just the best ever.
Just so my dad was a mechanic, and I channel like his terrible like workshop, you know.
Like Mechanics Workshop is really bad. I need to remember that. That's actually a good reference. See, and then okay, like I couldn't be too bothered about making the slope level, but this is then where I made blaze cakes. So the lava came.
Oh, okay,
over.
cool.
We'll get the lava here, and then also have like a little sugarcane farm hidden in this build over here. But I can see it's lagging out or something in there. It's doing like some kind of disco thing.
Oh, looks good. Oh, I can hear the chickens.
Yeah, the chickens are insane. They're on the inside. Yeah, it's really bad. I've got my mob sound down low.
Yeah, let me. Oh yeah. Oh, that's loud. All right. Let me head back out of there.
That's just making blaze cakes. Nothing special again. But a fun little build. So also this is my first area I did, and I'd made the blaze cakes. I only recently started using it, I think, in episode 48.
Sure.
And this was like episode 10, I think. So,
Oh, dude, you're like way ahead of me. I've never created a blaze cake, so
soon. In the next world, it's going to happen.
yeah, right.
So,
I'm too busy playing with magic now.
oh, I love Ars Nouveau. I really do. I don't know.
It's been a lot of fun.
I don't know it that well, but I do enjoy it. But yeah,
Oh, I barely know it. I have a squirrel that picks berries for me. That's all I know so far.
oh, I couldn't even get that to work. So you know a little bit more than me. The Starbuncle, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I haven't watched it yet. I got distracted. But yeah, this is area 1. So this was the starter area, and then from here we went to this area over here, which is the Mesa. Like yeah, I still call it the Mesa because it. I started playing Minecraft when the hermits moved into the Mesa for their shopping area.
Sure.
And that's what got me back into Minecraft. So it's just always been one of my favorite builds or biomes.
So I'm a day one Minecrafter from when it turned public. So yeah,
wow.
What do I call them? Reeds, and it's what was it originally? A workbench, I think.
And you still remember that Steve going, oof.
Yes, exactly, exactly. It's the amount of cobblestone castles I've made in my day.
and cobble casts and all of those type of things.
Right.
So I think we should jump onto this tree. I don't know. Like, it will give us a nice little vantage point to see all the different builds. I'll scoot over.
Oh wow!
So I
Look at
wanted
that
to
arch.
keep everything. Oh, the arch is beautiful, and I only recently noticed it's got quite a nice place. It would have been cool to have like a control center up there that controls all the.
Oh sure, yeah.
But alas, next time.
Next time, yeah.
Next time. See, there's always next time. So I tried to again keep the style very much the same. So I went for the reddish color. So we have the granite textures, the different brick textures, and then just breaking it up with the white brick, which is one of my favorite bricks in this pack by far. And I think it's just a chip variant of smooth stone.
So one of the greatest things about this is, like you said, it's almost the same style, but it blends in so well with the surrounding environment, but it sticks out just enough.
That's the thing; it doesn't feel out of place.
Right. It could almost be like I don't know, like a historical town where it's like, you're trying to keep the environment or like a protected environment or something like that. This is really great.
So funny you would say that. So right over there where that little built up areas, there used to be like an old mining town. Not town. It had old wooden buildings, and that used to be my gold farm. And
oh, okay. Yeah.
I wanted to rebuild or relocate the gold farm, so I actually packed it up with contraptions. I glued all the factories together and I picked it up into different components.
Uh-huh.
And I placed it in a little barrel that's still on the other side of that building. I've never placed it down. But so the idea was this old preserved area underneath, and I just never got around to it because I ended up loving what's happening here now.
Yeah, dude, this is incredible.
And I know it's a lot of green trees in an area that's supposed to be dry, but I mean, see it as a business park. You can have water and things can grow, so I'm not too worried about
absolutely.
that. I think my favorite thing here has to be, well, I've got a few, so I don't know how you want to do it. I don't think we should run through every single factory, but like, for example, this is one of my favorites. So we have the lava pumping into, so we have our little storage tanks, and this is where I refill my jetpack. So we have our lava and stuff. And,
oh, yeah.
And again, just that keeping the level. So automatically, if you go up, you're on a higher level, but it's still almost one build.
Sure.
Which is then my power station, which I love. I like the idea of dropping it down, because usually you just see these tanks standing on the ground, and I feel if you have something like a steam factory, it needs to be almost like a nuclear plant where it's sunken down to get it cooled and everything. And
well, this ties in really well with the area too, because you have to dig into the ground for an area like this to find water.
Exactly, and just again using a darker block at the bottom and making it almost fade up and become lighter as you progress upwards. It's just one of my favorite, I think, builds in this area. And again, there's so much space and potential. There's a whole empty attic, but if we go to the back and the monster torch naturally, just a little detail of having these smokestacks at the back. I do think this actual smoke disappeared because I accidentally removed a mod and then it deleted all the smoke.
Oh no!
And
Whoopsies!
I never put them back. Yeah. Life happens.
Yeah.
And this was I almost want to say one of the first big builds in this area to get steam or power to everything, to avoid that whole water wheel situation we have. Because it gets to you.
Well, that's the thing. You learn and then you adapt.
Exactly. And so also the idea was to then enclose it all. So I have this like perimeter fence running all the way around. I don't even know if I did it on the other side yet. To differentiate between, okay, yeah, I know it's the Mesa, I know it's dry and everything, but this is like a business park. That's why we have trees growing. It's a bit more looked after and a bit more greener, and yeah, just
It keeps the wildlife safe,
keeps the wildlife safe.
Absolutely.
Because I noticed earlier when we went to the tree farm, I found a gazelle horn and raw mutton in the contraption. So yeah.
Whoopsies.
Oops. So this is generally my cobble gens, what they look like. So they're just these big bulky things with a vault that I fill up at the bottom, and then the actual lava farm on top of it, or the cobble farm on top of it, and then from here I supply a variety of farms.
Sure.
This one's like the glass, so this just produces a lot of glass, which is, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever gonna need 131,000 glass.
You never know, man.
You never know. Like, I don't know, something can happen. And then for the longest
look at these windows. These windows are huge. So much glass.
I was planning on building like a super duper glass inspired type ocean monument farm. It never happened. So
Sure.
but I do have the glass now. And then okay, so this is something for the longest of time. I had this in my videos, and I would record bits where I come out of that door, and bits where I go into that door, and bits where I walk past the door, but I never actually go into the door, or the viewers have never been in there. And well, I don't know if you want to go in.
I'm a little scared, but I'm going to put the torch in the offhand. Let's figure it out.
You won't die, and it is lit up. I promise you won't die.
All right. Okay.
Like, because then I have to go fetch you at spawn. So, and Sandy's actually looking so forward to this. So she's going to be so jealous.
Oh, it's just a little hidey hole.
Yeah, a little hidey hole.
What? Oh gosh. Oh! This is the best part of the whole world. World tour is over. We're done.
We can end it right here.
Well, folks, this has been really great.
And this is just, it's something that's true to me. I mean, I'm a weirdo when it comes to watermelons. I love these things so much. So I just thought I need a place to stash my melons, and because I was teasing this whole little door for so long, why not here? And it just became the melon vault.
That's so funny. Oh man.
But it's also funny because like a lot of viewers, if they never watch the world tour, they will never know that that is there. So they're
just
going to download
the endless conspiracy theory.
It's going to be like, oh, what's going on?
I can see the people who like get the world download, and they go into not survival spectator, and they're like, I got it. What's with the melt? Oh,
yeah, exactly that. So I even did a stream where I was like, okay, I'll show you guys. And I went in the door, and I went to I'm going on a break or stepping away stream. So
that's so good.
I wasn't very popular.
That's so good.
So a byproduct of washing gravel to get sand is clay. And
so much clay.
I just did a clay pit. Which
this is genius.
It just looks like waste. I think it's currently empty. It's never going to fill up again because I used it all. But just a little clay pit just to tie it into the world. And then that clay then went to a terracotta farm, which again it's the basic things, but it's just giving it its own building, making it look good, and it's just solving all these things. Like sometimes things won't wash in time, and you have to figure out the timing, how many fans and stuff, and it just made it all. I don't know. I just love all of this.
Your integration of use and display is just impeccable. This is such a good build.
Well, thank you so much. But that's the thing.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people hide it away, and I think sometimes there's beauty in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think because this is balanced, I find it beautiful, and I don't know. I just like the technical things. I'm not a good redstoner. I'll never be able to do redstone, so I won't be able to display redstone, and I think that's why I enjoy displaying create stuff, because it's something I can do. It's something I understand.
painfully mediocre at redstone, and when I do it, it's like a spaghetti mess. But
Exactly.
no, this is gorgeous.
Well, thank you.
I'm gonna eat a mutton thingy
Have
real
some
quick.
mutton. I've got an auto feeder. Okay, well, we don't have any other guests, so there's some more mutton for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll
Oh,
give you
jeez.
burgers when we get to the next area.
Oh,
And then
good. Oof.
over wraps.
You know me. I need that burger.
Yeah. We can't do that. This build I just love for this facade. I just honestly love it, and these wings on the side are actually completely filled with create stuff. So you can't really go in there. And the reason for that being is, so I've got each and every single color in here, and because we're creating terracotta and we're creating glass, you can request a stack and a half of any one of these blocks at any time. So if you want a stack and a half of, let's say, green terracotta, you push the button and it, oh, I don't have green dye, fail. Let's do yellow. You can push the button and it will automatically.
Oh my gosh, that's genius.
So it will give you a stack and a half. So it doesn't craft till you have a full draw, but you can craft what you need on demand. Because, I think it's maybe only a stack. I don't know.
Yeah, but still, that's so genius, man.
Yeah, because who's going to need, 24,000 terracotta?
I mean, who needs 113,000 glass? You know what I mean? That's why.
This is me leaving. I'm going to just sleep right here. Sleep on that. Oh, that's funny.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, this is cool too. And then you got the overflow with the colors. That's so nice.
I just love this whole area. But see, this is another thing. I still don't have a bridge there, but it's fine. It's all good.
So here, how we fix this issue is if you face in that direction.
See, out of sight.
Issues fixed.
Yeah,
wow.
there we go.
You put that bridge up so quick.
Yeah, that was quick. And then this is just dye. This is just where I store all my dyes, and I chose this area to store the dyes because I'm making glass and the terracotta in this area.
Oh, sure,
and
yep.
all of this glass. Here's the McDonald's. It's really not a funny train. It kind of reminds me of Flanders from The Simpsons.
Okay. I can see that.
I don't know why, but it just, and we'll hit there next. It just goes constantly to the flower farm and the farming area. It picks up everything we need and it brings it back, and then we process all the different items into the dyes over here.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So all of them just get processed and we just store all the dyes. I do think everything's up there. So on this side and the other side, and that's basically it. It's just my little dye factory, and I think this was the hardest one to figure out, the logistics and getting everything done, because for example I still don't have a cactus farm
because they're the worst to build.
they're
but
the
yeah,
worst to build, and create doesn't make it any easier.
nope.
Yeah, not at all. And then the last farm in this area, which I think has to be one of my favorite farms, I actually got a comment and someone asked me, why don't you just build a witch farm, it's easier. And I think that's the whole point of Create, is not taking the easy route and figuring out how it works. So this is my redstone factory.
Oh, yeah, redstone is the worst.
It's the worst. So here I manually input all my netherrack, which then gets crushed into cinder flour. Over here I've got my little blaze spawners. I've got 2 of them over here, which then gives us blaze powder. And then these items make their way up the staircase over here, where we'll then make potion. So we make, now I need to remember.
Oh, yeah. Awkwards, and then your healing and strength.
Yeah, strength is the one you use, and so it goes from water to awkward, and this is also awkward, and to strength, and from that it gets bumped into the second area where we actually squirt that on cinder flour and we get redstone. So redstone's never a problem again. I mean, we've got 91,000 redstone dust.
Woof. So it's one of those things that I wish I'd automated quicker, because making what are those stinking things called? The things you got to polish and then
yes.
What in the world?
Quartz.
Yeah, the electron tubes. Oh my gosh,
so bad. And
they're the worst.
That's something I'm going to automate so much faster in my next world. I promise. Yeah, and it's still running. It's actually got a void upgrade on it. I think we're on almost 100,000 nether wart as well.
Jeepers.
So you'll notice all around the world there'll always be an odd block on the floor, and that will be the trapdoor.
Ah.
Because
Just close that up.
and it's never neat down here.
That's okay. Listen, out of sight.
I don't mind. 244,000 nether wart.
Ooh,
And I think
okay.
it's not even full. It doesn't even have a void upgrade yet. So it's ridiculous. This is one of those fun things to build. I just love building in the netherwart farm. I don't know why.
It's something that I don't know. What's the words I'm looking for? Vanilla Minecraft. They're kind of a pain because they have to be manual.
Yeah.
Right, but in Create, you're just like, oh, I don't have to think about harvesting these. That's like, and that's my biggest weakness is if I have to think about it, it doesn't happen. You know, which is rough as a father.
I know exactly what you mean. I understand 100%. So I get that. It's not even, I don't even have to get an explanation. Another thing I struggled with in the beginning was diamonds, because I didn't get a lot, and my tools kept on breaking because I don't have mending on anything. So, and this is where the pack updated. So Beardy added that you can actually turn charcoal into normal coal, which you can then compact into coal blocks, and then in the next one you can just squirt lava onto it and you get yourself some diamonds. So this is just basically what that was. I needed something, so build a little lava diamond farm.
Oh, you ready? You ready?
Yeah,
Instant
ready.
Advancement. Bam.
Ooh, well, see there. What a
Man,
pro.
this is the easiest diamond. Oh man.
And like this area over here, I started running out of things to build in this area, so it still needs a lot of stuff. So we have open spots, but I did try and get it decorated. Over there you can see the barrel right over there. That's the gold farm, all tucked in the middle of nowhere.
And that's fitting. I mean, Gold Farm, Mesa, you know.
It works. There's like a little
this is cute.
Workers restaurant, so you can just sit, have a meal. I don't know what you're going to eat over here. Maybe limestone, because it hides my limestone factory. Which, again, is just down here, just working away tirelessly until it's full. And
honey and lava,
and there you go. You get limestone, and that feeds into the factory on top. That gives us, I think, zinc. It gives you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I think that's what the pack added.
Oh yeah.
So limestone becomes sand, and I think it's zinc. Or whatever. So this is just everything popped into one where we create copper and zinc, because that's also something I ended up hating to go mine for, copper and zinc, so automated. Which again is something I would do much earlier on next time.
Yeah, right.
Because
the amount of things that you figure out.
It's like an iron farm. Why do you always first have to struggle before you build an iron farm? Just do it from day one. So I've got a list. It's going to be iron, zinc, copper, redstone. That's it.
Yeah, see, in my new series, I'm like, listen, I'm going to do all of my shiny stuff like almost at the end, and now I'm like, that was the dumbest idea I've ever had.
Why do we do this to ourselves? Why?
It's for the view, you know.
But exactly. It's like this build. I built this build because I was getting tired of crafting all the blocks I build with, so I made it so I get all the variants here. And after I built this, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I left. And I use some of them, but I don't use them all. So, yeah.
And if you started here, you know,
it would have been so much easier. I wouldn't have had to craft all of these. I wouldn't have had to make the different variants or nothing. But no. I decided not to.
Well, it's very functional and very pretty again. You've outdone yourself again.
Thank you. I love this wall. I just think it's so cool. But
But showing off the machine, it's such a good idea.
But you can see, like, the stone line barrel filled up, so this line stopped moving, and then the stone automatically turned to smooth stone. That's why they all have smooth stone in it.
Oh.
Yeah, flaw.
Whoopsies.
Life happens.
Yep.
And that's just another tree farm that just fuels for extra charcoal for the diamond farm. But apart from that,
sure.
It's nothing too grand. Someone just asked me, please remove the pink trees. And I don't know if it's just me, but I think the pink trees grow faster than any other tree.
Oh, okay. All right. I
I-
think you absolutely get more saplings out of them anyways.
Yeah, but they also feel like they fly faster. Oh, look, there's an airship.
Oh, we have guests.
Oh, hello, friends. We'll just leave them. They were such
Building inspectors, yeah.
They were such a pain in this mod pack, so that's why I think right before Beardy added the Monster Torch mod, I already added it because I couldn't take them anymore.
I got to be honest with you. I did the don't tell anybody, okay? Just everybody, let's keep this a secret between us, all right? I shut their spawn off. I was like, I'm not dealing with them.
I'm not against that. So yeah, oh, here comes the ship again. And
Bye, little Roo.
There's still that weird lighting glitch, and I don't know what it is. There it goes again.
Oh yeah. Look at it's kind of cool actually from looking at it back here.
Yeah, it's like it's going from like a warp field or something. So this is the Mesa area, and now we're going to what I think is my favorite area in the world, and it's the farming zone. So
Okay.
step on through here. Oh, I forgot. We first end up over here, which is it's fine. I like this. I love these, and these are my greenhouses where I do my flower farms in there, like my cocoa bean farm. So this is basically where I make all the different dye types.
Sure.
And then from here, the train's over there. It will stop over there, and we'll take everything through to the Mesa again.
I never build greenhouses, and I just love them.
I actually do love them as well, and I think this might be my fourth or fifth one, and they've always also been a hit with the viewers and stuff.
Good. Yeah, they're so pretty.
I just think, and I don't know, I just love the style. It almost feels like, I don't want to say it's almost like a little bit Victorian inspired or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just love the whole glass with the steel and it's almost like, what's that building that they built for the World Fair? But
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking
like glass and steel, and it's exactly the vibe I get when I saw this. And again, I just built it, and when I was done, I was like, yeah, this is what I feel, and I love it.
It's so pretty though.
And it's nothing. The only insane thing is maybe the flower farm, which is, again, it's just got a bunch of skelly spawners underground. It just feeds in.
Oh, sure.
It's got like a thing that looks like a lawnmower. Sorry, Sandy sent me a DM. Let me just quickly see.
I just picked up a bunch of cocoa beans too. I don't know where I got them.
Oh, I think it might be from in here. Yeah, there's all over. This thing's actually overflowing. I see them lying all over on the ground. But yeah, so that's this farm. But the real beauty is this.
Whoa!
Farm. And this is where I get. Like, this is the farming area where I almost want to say we do all the greenery stuff, all the stuff you use, like the moss and stuff. And the big thing for me with this whole area was to have it all on display, but also integrate it. And I think the moss farm was a perfect example. I just don't know why it removes those two blocks. So I'm going to trigger it.
Yes, I remember this.
Which was
the dry riverbed.
Yeah, exactly. And then how it slowly mines up. I don't know. These two blocks always disappear when I unload the chunks. So, but the whole idea is that
naturally,
naturally, that's how it's supposed to work. I don't know what you're talking about. It mines the moss, and when it's done, it retracts, and then the whole. I almost want to say this piece of cliff or mountain or whatever comes out and replaces the cobble.
That's so cool, dude.
It was just that integration. I always refer to and use the word synergy, which is really important for me. That synergy between the whole built environment in Minecraft and how you make your builds fit into that environment. Personally, I think, and you do it also really well, especially with your Hobbit hole again, is making it fit into the environment without it being an eyesore.
Sure. And yeah.
That's just important for me in builds in real life and in Minecraft. Yeah, that's just the farm. So I would just manually trigger it when I need anything, and I'm sure this could have been so much smaller, but
but that's not the point. Yeah, that's not compact is not the point.
No, it's not. It's not. Anyway, just this little house. I mean, this is just the storage, and I love this to bits. I honestly think it's one of the coolest things. It's just also
yeah,
again,
there goes all your moss and
little cobble generator in there again, feeding into that farm, and just all the items in there. And it's all I needed. It's all, but it's literally filled.
It's so cute, quaint little build. I love it.
And I think that's why this is my favorite area, because everything's just like these little, cute little builds, like this little honey farm. It's literally just, again, a bunch of bees in a little house, and we just have honey and things made and sent into the storage over here, which...
I know how much of a pain they are. I am not opening that door.
Yeah, I've never been back in there. I think they, again, remember there's the different floor tiles. There should be a floor tile that's different from the rest somewhere around.
Oh no! Listen, it is not worth potentially removing bees from house.
No, not at all. And then this whole area started about with the idea of I want to automate all the food I can eat in this game. So we needed something to harvest all the crops, but instead of going with a normal rotational farm again, I built this monstrosity, the combine harvester.
Oh my gosh!
Which is one of my favorite, and I'm going to push this button, so be careful. But it works.
Dude, this is incredible.
I love it. I love this combine harvester so much. We did have a really good chuckle the first time I got it working, because I didn't set up the speed, and it would drift through these fields. And I had so many comments because the driver, someone named Dave. So Dave the pig's the driver, and he just went through these fields and was the funniest thing ever.
Tokyo drifting.
Exactly that. It's like, and then the joke's like, no, he's a real speed hog, and it was just so much fun building this. And it goes around. Everything in this area is actually on a timer. So once a day it gets triggered, or the truck gets triggered, and it triggers everything else. But for lag and tour purposes, I just turned it all off.
Oh my gosh, dude! And the whole thing is built out of out of storage containers.
Yeah. That is actually the what do you call it? Storage containers. It's got its own little vault. So I just thought the storage container is just quite a neat little block.
Yeah.
And it's going to run its full track, and this is basically just a train that's just running at a very slow speed. And
this is so cool, dude.
And it's going to harvest, and once it's done, it's going to stop here, and you have this little pit. It drops in all the items down here, and it sends it into this little storage, which is the mill. So it stores everything, but then also I process wheat into flour, because bread is the main ingredient in a lot of the farmers that like food.
Yeah.
So
mainly hamburgers. So I get you.
We're gonna hit there. It's in that little house over there. I'll feed you real soon.
Listen, these mutton wraps are great, but listen.
Right, I'm not even eating them, so I would know.
Americans can't go too far without too long without a hamburger.
Burger. Oh, the same. Yeah, same. I live on those. I live on a good burger. And then
watermelon, very important.
Here's the waystone. So if you want to nab that.
Oh, I lost you. There we go. Okay.
And then while we're in this area, so again, I ended up needing a lot of leaves for all this trees. So just another simple leaf farm with a little tractor in there. Push the button, and it just harvests. When you trigger, it harvests exactly for an hour. So for an hour, it will gather leaves, and then we'll stop working, and it will just deposit everything we need in here. And
well, dang, that's super neat.
I just had to make it work for a longer set time, because if it ran once every 20 minutes, I would just never have enough. So just had to make it. And then all over, I've got these little seating areas, and I usually that's not Afrikaans word, joke's the proper word. I watch a lot of Corrales and him and Rendog whenever they sit and oh no, they're going to have a braai, and that's exactly what it is. This is where we would come and we'll have a little barbecue. And so I refer to that a lot as just having a braai. And so there's
I fell in.
That's fine.
These little sit down areas just make a world, right?
That's the thing. And the paths, your paths don't always have to be big. It's just like this little thing, and the ability to walk amongst the stuff and the clutter and the plants and everything just makes it feel lived in, and that's the important part.
Absolutely.
It's all about that immersion. So you've seen my custom trees over here. I've got a custom savanna tree thing.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a bit green, bright, but I think it's just because it crossed into the biome.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but shape's fine. But then,
Oh, we have I'm not going to question it.
oh, that's not the only two.
Maybe I should start questioning. No.
It's not the only two. You'll find more in this area. This has to be one of my favorite builds in this area. It's just this barn, and I went for that typical American style barn because we don't
Sure.
need barns, or barns look like houses. So, and I just loved it. And this little trim, and I think that's what I'm going to miss from the whole frame mod. Is this one pixel trim? It took forever to place, but it just made
Can
the
only
whole
imagine.
thing look so much better.
So I got to be honest. In my first series, I made like the typical red style barn,
Yeah.
and it, no joke, it was the cutest and most fun.
I need to see
Like,
it.
I don't know why they're so much fun. Just red barns. I don't know.
I love them as well. I don't know. We really don't have them here, and for me, it's a pity because I love them. I think they're just fantastic with the whole
It's so much
hayloft
character.
and everything. See, here you go.
Yeah, see, you're dangling the wrong mob. These two aren't the issue.
The other one disappears.
the one-
These two don't. So,
It's the one that sells the lead. That's the problem.
that's the problem. And this is my little truck. So this truck is actually the thing that triggers. So if you go and stand and look at the melon farm over there,
Oh gosh.
or down there.
Hi.
So if you take a look at the melon farm, I'm going to trigger this along.
Sure.
So as this drives by, it reaches certain points. And for example, now it triggered the melon farm.
Whoa.
So it pushes all the right stuff up.
Oh my gosh.
And as it goes down, it will get picked up using magnets.
That's so cool.
And it just gets sorted. So, and that thing, it does the same for all the farms. It triggers the mob farm. It's supposed to trigger the combine harvester, the moss farm, and everything.
Yeah, he's just doing chores, you know?
He's just doing his rounds, and he's going to head to the mob farm now. But I think first we need to come into this little house over here.
I love this wraparound porch, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That's the typical farms we have. How they look. Oh, I haven't changed that. What you can do is you can run to. Oh, I can't unclaim stuff here because.
Oh, gotcha. No worries.
But over here we've got all the variety. We've got BLTs. I don't know if you can grab those, but there you go. There's some burgers. I need to stock up myself as well.
I feel so much better.
Proper.
Oh, man. This mutton's delicious, but get it out of here.
Throw it away.
Oh, I can't even. Here you go. That's yours.
I'll put it in there. No,
I'll give you some burgers, too.
Oh, you have too much. No, grab that. I've got like 3 stacks in my backpack. I auto feed. That's the way I look. That's why I look the way I look. I auto feed. Upstairs again, nothing. It was supposed to become a villager trading hall, but we only have them like,
Oh.
like a hostel or something.
Hey, they look happy, and we just don't question it,
I don't see them frown at all. I don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah, so that's just let me also sleep.
Yeah, sure.
So this
Sorry, I walked on your face.
That's okay. I've got a spare, so it's fine. Spare parts. Got good.
A little pizza oven outdoor.
Oh, okay. So this little story. So in South Africa, we've got something called, in English, it's called a donkey, but in like Afrikaans, it's called donkey, which is literally the way we used to heat our water on farms before we had electricity. So you would
okay,
have
gotcha.
water pump into a barrel, and the workers on the farm would make fire underneath it.
Sure.
And the water would boil, and that would be your hot water for kitchen use, for bath, for a bath, or all of those type of things. And as a child, I was fortunate enough to grow up on my grandparents' farm, or visit there often. And this is how we did our water. And I kid you not, it used to be the best bath water in the world. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the way it's made with love. I don't know.
Sure.
And it just felt appropriate. So right over here, we've got a different block. It's the rooted dirt. And if we just pop one down, it's just a little blaze, a little steam engine just powering this area.
Oh, nice.
But see, downstairs is where the spaghettis is. All the spaghettis of like it's bad. My world underground is a mess.
But once again, we've established out of sight,
Out of sight.
out of mind.
There we go.
Absolutely. If you can't see it, it doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't exist at all. Just like this empty space, can't see it.
Yep. So if we turn this way,
See, everything's nicely decorated somewhat. Yeah, and it was just
It's
important
so
to keep everything like nicely decorated and just see. I can clutter with nature. That I can do. I can do.
yes, and that's it's such a good skill to have. The whole nature, just throw down little bushes. You're
Yeah,
good.
it saves the world. Just a bunch of bushes. I love this. I love this trim as well on the building. Like just
Oh yeah.
the
Oh,
white
that's
and
polished
yeah.
limestone. Yeah.
And this is just like a little service yard. Not service yard. I don't know what you call this. Like storage yard for all the different animal feeds and manure and whatever.
Yeah. 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 Oh, yeah, take a bath real quick. And just,
Yeah, just in the corner. Right?
little mud bath.
A little mud bath. So, and yeah, just the general animal farms. And inside of each of these buildings, we've got a little breeder. And okay, I need to show you this. So, if we go down here, this is the only one that,
Sure.
where the block's not different. It's a special thanks to a very special YouTuber for showing me how to get the animals to grow up and go into the water and over. And yeah, that person was you. I did not know how to make the cows go into the water to get it all working and everything. And I watched your video that day because I reached the point where it's like, I really don't know what the heck's going on. I don't know how to solve it. So I stopped recording and I'm like, I'm just going to chill and watch a video. And I happened to watch this video when I needed it. So in that video, I'm like, oh, okay, I found out how, and I thanked you, and it's just perfect.
When I tell you it took me hours to figure this out.
Well, I appreciate that it didn't take me hours, thanks to you.
Anytime.
So bad. I really didn't. I didn't enjoy it at all. I struggled so
No,
much.
that was.
I was like, nope. I'm gonna take a break, and I just happened to watch the right video at the right time.
Well, that's part. Well, hey, you're very welcome. I exist for your needs.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. And then
Anytime.
On the side, we've just got storage and processing, which is it looks empty because the truck just literally came and took it to the barn.
Oh, gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I craft little incomplete conductor caps every now and then.
Oh.
But that's it. And then just the
Oh yeah, a
back
little
of house.
processing. Yeah.
So again, just
Got to have your bacon processing plant.
gotta have your bacon processed. Well, life is not life without bacon, so let's just be honest
That's
about
true.
that.
It's very true.
It is what it is. And then again, if we fly up, just about the decoration, I fell down the tree now. Getting the banks all colored in and just filled up, and I used a little rotational farm just to feed the animals every now and then. And
Sure.
it's just my favorite area, I think, of all. I just love it.
It's perfectly naturally gorgeous, if that makes sense.
It does, and I think that's the important part, and it's something I've never done was make something look this good. And I think
No,
that's why
it's
my favorite.
phenomenal. And I got to be honest with you, like it's all great, but the moss farm is hands down my favorite. It is the perfect mix of form and function.
Well, thank you. That was quite
Yeah, man.
interesting because I took a risk on that because everybody's so used to me building buildings and stuff, and I was just like, well, I'm not going to do it this time around. Oh, look, I did it again.
That's so interesting.
I don't know why it does that.
Well, here's the good news. Stone is literally the easiest thing to farm. So.
Literally. So it's not a problem. It's just weird. Oh, well, I don't need moss. But yeah, now we can head to, I think we discussed everything here. It's not a big area. I just think it's a beautiful area. But now we're going to the last spot. And I think before we head on through, I just need to take a sip of my cool drink. And now, welcome to Bargetown.
This is my favorite.
I love this as well. And I wish I maybe could have done a lot more in this area. But like when I started the very first episode, I planned out what can go into this area, and it wasn't a whole lot of farms. So
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I think if I did it earlier, I could have added a lot more of things and made this way bigger. But
Yeah, so here's something that I'm learning with having a season 2 is just because you've built it over here doesn't mean you can't build it over here.
which is true.
You know what I mean?
Which is true.
Yeah.
I think especially because, like, for you now that have the different nations, it justifies it. And with me, with the different industries, it justifies it because I wanted to do all the water type farms in one area. But I mean, what's stopping me from doing another cobble farm over here? Or
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Why not? So I think that's something I'll approach different later on. But for now, yeah, no. So over here we've got some more. Like, I collect them. They're like, gotta catch them all, eh?
Catch them all.
So
Oh man.
I just think if they're going to spawn, I'm going to constantly keep them, and they've just been And this,
You over here like, I just think they're neat, you know?
yeah, why not? Like, I'm going to make them battle each other.
Right. It's the new Hermitcraft TCG.
Yeah. Llama TCG. And then, oh, I missed it. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Knew it was
Boing.
going to work. So I have all these floating barges. These actually all still need their bottoms, but it's fine. We're out of sight. The first
Right.
thing was, and this is something you should actually build early on, is a kelp farm.
Yeah.
I built it in the very last industry. So we've got all the kelp and it's all running, and this makes all my belts. And again, I'm ending the world and I only did this now, which is ridiculous. I built all of that and I did not use a single belt. Well, I did, but if I've used 32 pieces of belt in this whole area building all of these, that would be a lot. It will honestly be a lot.
It's one of those things, like, right now, I'm like, oh, geez, I need another belt, you know?
Exactly. And yeah, I've got a whole drawer system full of belts that I'm never going to use because I'm done. And it's painful. It's brutal. But so we've got our kelp, and they just come in over here, just your normal smelting, auto crafting. So we'll always have dry kelp, and we'll always have belts. And yeah, it's fun, interesting at the end of the world.
It's fantastic, but like a little too late, you know?
A little too late. It's the thought that counts. It's one of those typical,
Yeah.
It's the thought that counts. And okay, so this was an interesting thing, is the whole ocean monument. I wanted to dig it out. So what I did is I made a schematic in a creative world where I filled a whole ocean monument with sand.
Oh.
So I placed down the cannon and it placed sand all over. That took a while. And then I built a drilling machine to drill down to a certain level, and I took out all the sand.
That's genius.
And then what I did is I built the farm, and then I rebuilt sections of the original ocean monument. So if we head on down, I guess we could just fall down, but let's just do this. So if we go...
I'm so not used to jetpacks anymore.
Same. I'm going to suffer without it for the first bit. But if you go down, we actually go into an original piece of the ocean monument. So I had to rebuild it, but this is actually what the monument looked like. Okay, I added the staircase and a bit of the wooden structures as support. But I think this is also one of my favorite areas. Just, I love a ruined build. And just,
it's so beautiful.
It just works. So we've got this really big guardian farm in the middle. Items get processed. They get killed on drills or saws.
Sure, yeah.
Drills. Just had to make sure. And then...
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, just I can't even remember. And then over here we craft all the items. This is just a bug I need to sort out. So every time you load the area for the first time, it actually crafts a single item.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then it stops, and then it's full. And then we just have our storage. And it was just this fun little idea of having all these little factories in the actual ruins of the old monument. And I don't know, I think... If the more I played this, the more I noticed my style is either medieval or almost like ethos, a long-term world, that whole type of living in a cave and just making it work for you. I think that's why I like this a lot. And then we needed power because we don't have steam. I just have these little spouts. That game...
It's the most creative thing, dude.
Oh, thank you. It's just something simple, just to have the water and just to see where the people get the water from and everything. And
yeah.
I just loved it. And if we head on around this way, let's travel this way around.
Sure.
Again, so we've got the elevator. And the elevator, I gave a little base as well. So almost like cargo will go up here, and you'll see
Ah.
if it's up top. I'm going to send it up real quick. Can
Oh,
I
sure.
do that from here?
Can I jump on here? Oh.
You
Ah.
should go up. Yeah, so there's no function to it, but right there on that will be your left-hand side, it actually has like a little belt, so
Sure.
that's just where cargo gets transported and stuff. And it's just those little details. Oh, there's some more llamas over there. Like, I don't know what's my obsession, llamas or melons at this moment.
Llamas and melons.
Llamas and melons. So this I built, I want to do like a fish farm, but
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I ended up noticing we've got so much fish from the Guardian farm, so why make a fish farm if I can just have this over here?
Yeah.
So I've got 22,000 fish fillets, which I'll never use.
Well, that's the thing. You have so many burgers. Like, what's the...
What's the point? What's the point? And doing a path was really difficult in this area. So I tried this. I don't hate it. It looks like
I think it looks stellar.
I think it's worn like prismarine, and that's why the color's a bit different. So I do like it, but it was a challenge. This whole area was a challenge, but I think it's one of my favorite. Like, even these trees that are growing down here, I know people are like, no, but trees and salt water. I don't care. They work.
Yeah, but it looks cool.
It looks cool. That's all that matters.
Right.
It looks cool.
Well, see, you have a processing system under the ground here that changes the salt water to fresh water, and you're
Exactly.
good. See,
I can't
boom,
go down
lore.
there.
We did it.
Yeah, I can't go down there to show you because the salt water will burn my eyes.
Right, exactly.
And then I tried to hit the redstone or stuff. So this is like the pickle farm redstone.
Oh, sure.
But the biggest thing was to get items from down here all the way up there, and
This is my favorite part.
I have these little copper things with just easy weighted ejectors, and I just love them. They're just the best ever. I want to use
Well, let me on.
the weighted ejectors
Oh gosh,
so
I'm
much
freaking
more.
out. And same. Like, I never put any of them in any of my worlds, and I'm so upset that I haven't.
I think they're just such a cool little mechanic, and I don't know why I didn't use them a lot earlier. But then, yeah, this is just the pickle farm. So just
Yeah, I
making
definitely remember
pickles.
this one too.
Just the two jars,
so
and
good.
I just love the fact that they're here. And then, yeah, that's basically it. Oh, we've got one more farm on that side. Like,
Sure, let's do it.
So, and
Ooh, don't step on the pleasure.
I nearly
Almost just launched myself.
went all the way back again. And this is another one of those farms. So again, we've got all the extra prismarine crystals being shot up, and it makes its way over here. And then over here we make something that we should have been making a lot earlier, and that is nether quartz. For all the
fair.
repeaters and stuff. And again, I don't know why I waited so long, but it's here now.
Well, when you build a drill the size you did,
And my nether is quite torn apart with that drill. It's
right.
there's nothing left. But yeah, it's just my world, and it's like I said, and you said it as well. It's something about the mod pack that makes a world last as long as it did. I mean, it's on September 30th it turned 1 year. So it's,
Oh wow! Congrats, man.
Yeah, thank you. So it's over a year now, and I love it. And I might come back. I might do some more things in here in the future, but I think episode 50 is a great place to put this world on ice. And
It's a good round number,
yeah,
right? It's divisible by a lot of numbers.
exactly.
So it's a good place to start anew for sure.
I agree. And I think it's time we tackle some of the older builds and just use what we've learned and apply it to the newer builds. It's high time.
Well, my dude, this has been an absolute pleasure to hang out and just check out. Oh man, even these windmills are just super cool.
Yeah, just
Man.
a variant of it, and yeah, let me know. You can have them. You can use the idea, whatever. I don't mind. And but I need to say thank you to you. Thanks for making the time to enjoy this world tour with me. Like, I appreciate so much. I've seen so much of your stuff, and it's actually fun. It's fun to have another like-minded person doing all of this, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
Well, no, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I appreciate you having me come on. This was the coolest opportunity that I think I've had in a very long time. Get rid of that fly. Flies are the worst.
I want to pick him up.
Literally in the middle of the ocean. Where'd you come from?
I don't even know. They're the most annoying of the Alexis mops.
Ugh.
But yeah, no, I appreciate you taking the time to come and visit. I really do, and I can't wait to when you're done with the Nations World. I can't wait to see everything you get up to there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I got a couple in mind. We might have some Norse come over and some pirates and we're gonna have a dark wizard here pretty soon. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Nice.
Spoilers.
Close your ears. Don't listen.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
And then, yeah, and it's like everybody watching, just go check out Throlash. I mean, amazing content creator, amazing builder. Yeah, good.
Now that guy's a nerd.
Good at dad jokes. Good guy.
That Throlash guy's a nerd. Don't listen to him.
Don't listen to him. Exactly. Don't listen to him. He's not a nerd. He's a good guy.
Nerds are the best people, though. Let's be fair.
Nerds and geeks. There we go. Nerds and geeks, the best.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you.
Well, this was the biggest pleasure. Thank you so much.
Anytime. And that concludes our world tour. So I would like to say a special thanks to Throlash for taking the time out of his day to be part of this world tour and just to come see what we've created over the past year. I will link Throlash's channel down in the description. Go check him out. He's an amazing builder, storyteller, and, well, a clutterer. I will learn to clutter Throlash. But yeah, go show him some support and love all the way here from the Denari community. Then for all the channel subscribers and viewers and everyone, I do want to say special thanks to all of you. I appreciate the support over the past year. It's been such an amazing roller coaster, and I'm looking forward to the next year and everything it brings with it. Not only a new world, but new adventures with friends. So thanks again. And for those of you that are not subscribed, now's the perfect time to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and ring that notification bell. That way you won't miss out on the start of the new Create Adventure World, which will be coming soon. But for now, this will have to be our final farewell from this world. So till the next time, bye bye for now.